Hello everybody, Hassan here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, I want to talk about other breaking news. And this is for the first time ever, we have implemented a gene-edited pig's heart inside a human, saving his life. A 57 years old American that was saved just a few days ago. This is breaking news. I want to talk about all of that in this video. Now, before we jump into today's video, you guys know what I will ask you. Destroy that like button, smash the like button. It's just quick, it's free, it's easy. It's just underneath this video, guys. If you've not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And if you have any comment, question, feedback, leave it in the comment section below. We try to read every single comments out there and respond to every single comment out there. Thank you so much for the people who have been doing that. It is helping everyone here. Our audience is growing, the community is growing. So let's keep the work going, guys. We have a lot of work to do, and together we will learn a lot more as we advance in this field all together. So this article is from MIT Technology Review, but many publishers picked up this news, from New York Times all the way to the Science Journal and so on. But basically, what happened is the title: "A gene-edited pig's heart has been transplanted into a human for the first time ever." Right? And this is a one-off procedure, and it's highly experimental. But the technique could help reduce transplant waiting lists in the future, right? So let's scroll down a little bit here and let's figure out what happened here. So basically, Mr. Bennett here, 57 years old, had heart disease, and basically he was faced with two options, right? Either he dies with this disease, or they try this new technique that's never been done in the past, that has been studied in the past, especially with tools like CRISPR when it comes to genome editing, but it's never been experimented on an actual human such as this, right on off a hospital, in this case the University of Maryland Medical Center. And basically what happened is, during an 8-hour procedure, they were able to basically revive this human. And again, we're still early, there are still machines connected to the Mr. Bennett here to capture data, to see how Bennett is doing. This is going to be a months, years long process to figure out what are the long term impacts of this. But basically, in what we've seen so far, since this news broke out, things are looking good. Bennett is looking healthy. It is extremely great news because organ transplants, there is a huge waiting list for it. Okay, not just for hearts, for other organs as well. And we've all heard horror stories in the less developed nations when it comes to the black markets and organs. And this is real stuff going on here. Was either do or die for this gentleman, for David Bennett. And obviously, this is now a survival story, an amazing story, completely shocked the world, right? Completely. We'll take a look at some of the reactions, especially on Twitter, from Dr. Liu, for example. But basically, what this technique was all about, right? Let's take a look at this picture here. I think it's more easy to see visually what's going on. Basically, we put this animal's heart inside the human, and this animal was actually bred. And the reason why this was bred, this animal was picked it and not other animals, is because a pig can be bred faster. Their organs can develop much faster in just a couple of months compared to other animals. And basically, they were able to do three things, right? They were able to edit 10 genes. Basically, they were able to three genes that would have been led to rejection by humans knocked out. One gene switched off to prevent excessive growth, and then six gene added to human acceptance, right? So what this is basically we knocked out three genes, right, from the pig's heart, so that the humans don't, reject the heart, right? That was one part. And the second part is one gene was switched off in order to prevent excessive growth. So the pig's heart would have kept developing in the human body, obviously cause complication. And then obviously we all know what would have happened. And that gene was turned off. And then the third part was the six genes were added to that heart that was given to the human in order to have human acceptance, right? In order for the human to accept the heart, right? And then basically, this David Bennett, was ineligible for human transplant. That decision was taken by the patient, by Bennett, and the use of pig heart was considered as a last-ditch effort to save his life, right? So this is amazing, right? And right now the patient is recovering, they're being carefully monitored, especially when it's being picked up by New York Times and by Bloomberg, by MIT Review. You can bet that all that monitoring is being done. I am just in awe with how genome editing is now actually into play, right? Because now you can bet that all these patients waiting in line, right, for organs are looking at this news very carefully. And this is actually news. This has actually happened. This was just a few days ago. It's amazing how many people have not picked up on the news yet. So amazing, amazing stuff happening. Let's take a look at some of the reactions here. Dr. David R. Liu saying it's amazing, right? He's saying this just basically, wow, that's basically his reaction. It's just amazing. And then Dr. Yurnov talked about eGenesis editing being no less impressive. The only thing is, I haven't looked at this data yet, but I don't think the data as to how they edited the gene is clearly defined in any of these publishers. Maybe this research paper will say so. This was back in February. Now, did they exactly do that? It looks like they did something like that. And obviously, this is a combination of CRISPR. Now, if this is the case, then this is a proof that CRISPR is here to stay. Obviously, it's not just CRISPR; it's a combination of technologies here. That's what Dr. Liu is mentioning here. All the engineering, manipulation, assumption, all the complexity had to be correct for the patient to survive. Even this long is remarkable to me, at least. So very, very, CRISPR Vision talking about how they are confused that, it's not a huge deal for most news channel. And guys, this is what happens, right? When CRISPR, that published paper by Jennifer Doudna and the team in 2012, it's just a couple of papers that picked up the news, right? And then look at where we are today. There are many companies out there, billions of dollars are being poured into it, billions of dollars valuation. And now we have, for the first time ever, saved a human through a heart that was basically genome edited inside the heart and then put back into the human. This is breaking news, amazing news. To me, if you take a look at this paper here, extensive germline genome editing engineering in pigs. This was again back in February. We actually covered this news briefly, if I remember. Um, and what it is basically editing certain genes here, and this is what exactly happened. 10 genes were edited in this case, but it's a combination of CRISPR-Cas9 transposon technologies, right? So very interesting, very nice. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Leave me comments below. This is breaking news, like I said, because we've just saved a human life, an actual human life with CRISPR and other technologies, but specifically with genome editing as a whole. Amazing job for the University of Maryland Medical Center. Amazing job for eGenesis. This is just amazing news. I think CRISPR companies are going to pick up on this news. This is one of the things that I've always talked about. Organs, animals, organs. It's more than just specific diseases knocking out that gene, knocking out that, changing that mutation. It's also about organs, right? There is a huge waiting list for organs. I'm not sure if there's, oh yeah, here. The demand for organ is vast with nearly 107,000 people in US in the waiting list. 17 of them die every single day, right? According to Health Resources and Service Administration. So this is a real thing, guys. This is happening, and the impact of this will be huge. Curious to see what you guys think. Do like this video, smash the like button if you found value from it. Subscribe if you've not. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Leave me comments what you guys think, and we will see each other in the next video. The science is just amazing. CRISPR is here to stay. Thank you very much.